Razorbills are smaller than a guillemot, with a proportionally thicker neck, larger head and bill, smaller wings and longer tails. Their bills are chunkier than the guillemots, with a thin white line near the tip. They get their name because the bill has similarity to a cutthroat razor. Guillemots are dark brown on their backs, but razorbills, like puffins, are black above. The large egg of a razorbill, equivalent to say roughly a 20-pound baby, shows marked individual variations in its patterning, presumably to aid recognition on the densely populated cliff edges on which it breeds. The egg is incubated for around 35 days. Young birds won't return to their colonies until they are 2 to 3 years old. The oldest known ringed razorbill survived for more than 36 years. Razorbill colonies are difficult to census. 126,000 pairs are estimated to be breeding in the UK, and 17,400 in Ireland. A recent population increase may now be slowing. We've moved away from the hard rocky cliffs to the soft sandy ones for a much smaller bird species that excavates its own nesting tunnels. This was my first time observing sand martins. It's great watching them fleeting about, going in and out of holes in the sandy bank, feeding their chicks. The holes can be up to 1 metre long and are excavated at the rate of 8 to 10 centimetres a day, and they have 4 or 5 eggs which are incubated for around 14 days. If there is good weather, a second brood is reared. Sand martins don't just breed on the coast, but also in working gravel pits, artificial sites at reserves and sandy banks on rivers. If the survival rate of the first brood is poor, the female may leave her young for her mate to feed. She may pair with a new mate and start a second family. Males too may change mates after the young become independent. They are the smallest of the hirundine family, that is swallows and house martins. The sand martin's brown breast band is distinctive. Its tail is least forked out of the three, and it lacks a house martin's white rump. They feed on small insects usually caught over water. When I went down to watch the sand martins from the beach, I noticed some chicks in the holes had white spots on their heads, possibly to make it easy for their parents to locate them in the dark hole. They hardly ever come to the ground, except to roost in reed beds, where large flocks roosts outside the nesting season. Communal roosts in Britain don't last long. In September, most sand martins leave to spend the winter in Africa. They are the first swallow family to leave. The oldest sand martin survived 9 years, but this is exceptional. The vast majority would die earlier than this.